Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How we doing? That new moon, it's kicking us. So, a couple of things I want to look at. Just this week, I just want to get the energy of this week for us because I feel it's important that we tap into more of a, a divine, higher perspective than what the outside world is sharing with us. So last night before I went to bed, I saw two podcasts. One was Pam Gregory's, and she goes, double check, make sure you're not being fooled by AI. And then she starts talking about the new moon that's coming up and how we're going to have a lot of galactic information coming to us if we're open to it. And the next podcast I watched, which was really not the best thing, was a news article on how Iran is going to be the fourth superpower in the world. US, Russia, China, and now Iran. All because of what we're doing right now. And he goes, I don't see a way out of this, that the way we're going is war, more war, more war. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm thinking, this is crazy. This is crazy. Not that Iran's going to be a superpower. He said, because it's going to be in 2 or 3 years. But, and so much can change in 2 or 3 years. But I was just like, the war, can we stop this war? Do we have to continue down this road? And so that was the question that I asked before I went to bed, and I threw some cards. I'm using the fifth, what is it called? The fifth tarot, and this deck, the fifth tarot deck, has an extra suit to it, and it's the suit of ether, which is the unseen realm. And the depiction of ether is the lotus. I loved it. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. I'm all for that. So when I pulled this card and just threw the spread, and again, the image is so big on this that so powerful on this that's where I get a lot of what I'm going to say right now, because it's new and I haven't read the book, although I think the book is fascinating. Let's drop it down and show you what I have for this week energy. Yeah, it feels like war is weak. It's not in strength. What do we get? We get justice. Very first card, and I'm like, yay, justice, finally. Is he going to be behind bars? Wrong kind of justice. The justice that this card is referring to is all about balance. It's all about the clear quartz crystal and the amethyst. It's all about the third eye energy from the peacock feather. It's from tapping into that etheric knowledge that we are going to balance this out. We're just swinging the pendulum just a little too far, in my opinion, way too far. But we do have karmic cosmic balance. It's right there. We can't see it because it's in the etheric realm. Ha! So, okay. All right. The next card we get is the Nine of Feathers, the higher intellect. So this is the suit of air, the higher intellect. So when we get the Nine of Air, a lot of times it's worry. It's like, oh my gosh. But if we shift from the fear into abundance and love instead of lack, then we get into a different mindset. I throw these cards before I go to sleep so I can get into a different mindset. So I'm not thinking of fear. So I'm not thinking of lack. And so when I wake up at 2 in the morning and I'm going, oh my gosh, this is the end, I can focus in on it's not the end, it's a balance. And normally I try to pick one card, and that normally recently has not been working so well. I picked 4. And so then when I wake up at 2 in the morning, I go, what was the card? I can barely remember one card, yet alone 4 cards. So, but the message, I do get the message, and that's what stuck with me last night. The next card we get, as we are seeking karmic balance, with the higher intellect of this 9 of feathers, and I like the feathers on here are kestrel feathers, and the kestrel is a very high flying, fast flying predator bird. So it feels like, even though this is the 9, it feels like this could be the 8 of wands coming in. It feels fast. The next card we get is the 5 of lotus. Yay, okay, we like the lotus. But 5s are, they're in conflict with each other. So we are pushing and pulling. We are in the muck. We are in bloom. So this card is also asking us to shapeshift. Let go of the things that keep us stuck in the muck and rise up into the lotus. The next card I get, shaman card. And I went, oh, look at that. Look at that. So the shaman card taps into everything as being connected. It taps into the web of creation, where our vibrations matter. What we say matters. What we think matters. How we shift and shape shift matters. He brings in all of the ancestral qualities that have come before them, all of the ceremonies that come before them. So this card reminds me, what are my ceremonies right now? To tap into higher intellect. To tap into the balance, not the retribution, but the balance of things. And I love the fact that both of these are higher vibe cards, and both of these are shape-shifting cards. So we think we're stuck in this 3D world. We are able to shape-shift our awareness, our 3D worlds, into one of positivity, love, and harmony, abundance. Keep going. Let it go. All right. Sorry. I'm tethered to my power station. Okay, let's, I'm going to pull another deck this morning because that was my last night's spread. So let's see what we get today. Just focused on today with this energy. And I'm using my Sacred Path, big deck. And the first card we get is Princess of Sacred Circles. So even though this says it's tarot, it reads totally different than tarot. What I get with this card is protect what is sacred to you. Protect what's sacred to you. There's abundance in corn. There's balance in the color wheel, the medicine wheel of the 4 directions. Looks like her drum. Of course, she has her baby with her Kachina doll. So that's what I got. Keep going. Justice. A different energy of justice in this card. But we have justice again. Protect what is sacred to us. Know that justice is coming. And make your choices wisely. So here we have the Seven of Cups. What do we want to look at? What do we want to... I should have turned off that news last night before I went to sleep. But then again, if I didn't, I wouldn't have had that really cool spread. So it's balance. It's justice. Next card we get is the Ten of Swords. Yikes. Yikes, yikes. But when we look at this card, we see the 10 different swords stuck in the ground. That's what draws our attention. But we don't see what's going on behind the swords. And there appears to be a Siberian shaman, but it could be, maybe that's just where my brain's going right now, but it could be a warlord or something behind it, but he has no weapons. And it feels like he's pointing to a direction. Okay. The next card we get is the Ace of Sacred Circles. Start again with balance. New balance is coming. Lots of drums. Even though we are in this cold winter space, right? We have our North Star to follow in here. See the North Star up there? So we have light that we can follow. It feels like we just need to get into the rhythm of our ceremonies. And the last card we come to is the King of Staves. And so when we get this information from a higher authority, we are, it's going to be rooted in the strength of Lion. Double strong. So with this week, we're going to get new, strong information that's going to be coming out. But it's really important to pick what you want to choose to look at. Do you want to look at the swords, or do you want to look inside the cup that has maybe a different vibe to it? Trust that the universe is bringing us a balance of justice, and really pay attention to what our what we hold precious to us, and protect that. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Before I go, Psychic Duck, you have anything you want to say? Peace and love. Peace and love.